Good evening, everybody. It's time for ACHA D2 hockey here on the Drexel Hockey Network. And this broadcast between the Drexel Dragons and the University of Scranton is brought to you by Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business. For more information, visit them at drexellebeau.com. Bob Long here on play-by-play this evening for the Drexel Hockey Network. The D2 team for Drexel, 6-10 on the year, taking on a Scranton team that has been unbelievably rock solid at home, 6-0, and on the road 5-5-1. So perhaps an opportunity for this Drexel team coming off of a long break. They haven't played since early December. They have been skating, they have been lifting, they have been getting ready kind of on their own. But there's nothing like coming back to true ACHA action and getting into the flow of things on the ice. Looking forward for both teams to see if there is any rust and what that's going to look like and how quickly that really evaporates over the course of this game. Drexel going to be coached on the bench by Mike Antoni tonight. Justin Levin not with the team, had a family commitment, but excited to see what Mike Antoni does behind the bench for this team coming out of the semester break. And, of course, still with the touch of Justin Levin there, though he's not here in person tonight. He'll return tomorrow night as they'll take on the University of Delaware, a home weekend, 2 games here at the Class of 1923 Arena. This will really kind of be the bellwether for the beginning of the second half of the season. Where are these Drexel Dragons now? How ready are they to play? And it's exciting. This D2 team, this D2 program has done such a great job here. They've had some depth, a lot of talent on this team. Looking forward to see what happens here. And Scranton, no way to slice it and dice it. It's a very good hockey team, 11-5, and they've been dominant, as I said, at home, 500 on the road. So this will be a very interesting one here tonight. We still have a few minutes before puck drop. I anticipate that in the next 10 to maybe 15 minutes. We are going to put some interviews that we've done with these players over the course of the last few months on as we wait for puck drop here at the Class of 1923 Arena. Again, Bob Long here on play-by-play. Stay with us, everybody. And again, our sponsors here for tonight, Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business. And let's go to the man behind the bench right now, Mike Antoni, interview we did with him from before the intermission here on the Drexel Hockey Network. And with us, we have assistant coach for the D2 team, Mike Antoni. Mike, thanks so much for spending some time with us here today. Excited to pick your brain about your team.
Thanks, Bob. Really appreciate it. We're excited to be on and excited to have you back again this year.
It's a pleasure on our side. It's been a great partnership so far, and really excited to broadcast D2 games this year, something we did just once or twice last year, getting a lot more consistent with that. And a big part of that is, one, your guys' commitment to a team like this, and two, you guys are playing some pretty good hockey. I mean, you had a great year last year to the point where you've decided to step up from a league's perspective, joining a more difficult league. And if you could tell us a little bit about that process, how you made the decision, and how you anticipate that going.
Yes, definitely, Bob. Last summer, we really didn't anticipate having the amount of talent that we ended up having that came in last year. And so we joined a league that we knew we would be competitive in, and we didn't think we would win the league last year going into the season. Turned out we had a great incoming freshman class. We had 18 first-year guys on the team last year. Some young guys were asked to take on leadership roles and jumped right into the responsibility. Didn't miss a beat, so that helped out. So we went on to win the Delaware Valley Hockey Conference, and then now we're stepping up to a league that's going to have Penn State's club team, Delaware's second team, Maryland, Ryder, Rowan, a lot more competition than the league we were in last year. So it's going to be a challenge for us, but we're ready to accept it. Each year the program just gets better and better. With Kyle's leadership, it just trickles down all the way down to our team as well. It's all one family, and the work ethic and the mentality is contagious between both teams.
What I noticed when I broadcast a few of the games last year for the D2 team is how many freshman contributors that you guys had, and the fact that you were sticking guys just 1 year out of high school in many cases into situations, into the cauldron of college hockey, and the way those guys responded tells me a lot about the program, about what you guys do when you recruit kids to come in here, and kind of the expectations growing from D2 to D1 and keeping that pipeline going. What do you guys look forward to this year from a freshman class, and how did that process go of really structuring a class of 2023?
Yeah, so the kids, when we're going out and we're talking to guys that are interested in coming to Drexel, we're really focusing on the person first, the talent, and then of course the financial support has to be there as well. But we're really going and looking at who that person is as an individual. We want to surround our players with more good people, and I think that develops a culture, a winning culture when you have good people in place. And so that's our main objective when we're looking at guys coming to play at Drexel.
So all that's great, and that's fantastic. When you go through that process and after the last year, you find high character guys, what about the hockey side? What do you see in this freshman class, and how will they impact the success of the D2 team?
Yeah, so this is another stepping stone for us. We're going to go to 2 practices a week, and so we're really going to develop these kids that are coming in. They're 18, 19 years old, and they're playing 23, 24-year-old men now. So it's really an emphasis on building a stronger physicality and being able to making them understand that now they're not the big men on campus that they were in high school. Now we placed a huge emphasis on the weight room the past year. We see especially when Kyle's team goes and plays in the national tournament, they're playing men there. So it is making sure that these kids understand the importance of getting into the weight room and developing themselves physically is definitely the thing we try to make sure they understand, that's where they're going to that's what's going to make the most impact on their game. A lot of these kids are coming in, they're very talented, they have the skill, now they just need to grow into themselves. Yeah, so that's where we see this incoming class. We have a couple big defensemen coming in that will be a huge impact for us. So I think we should be in great shape as far as the talent that's coming in.
From a D2 coaching perspective, you guys have a tremendous staff, as good a staff as you'd see in the country for any club program, any hockey program whatsoever, and you guys happen to have 2 of those staffs, which I think is quite impressive and really a great thing for the program going forward. How about Mike Antoni? How did Mike make his way back into hockey? Obviously you played here, but what brought you back in this capacity? Yes,
definitely. So last year, we had an opportunity. Kyle wanted to give more kids at Drexel the opportunity to play the game of hockey, play the game they love at the highest possible level they could. And we didn't want to. Last year we would have had to cut 30 guys if we didn't put the second team together. So Kyle approached us all, and we were all living in the Philadelphia area. It turned out that we're very much interested in helping him develop the program, and so it was just an opportunity for us to give more kids the ability to play the game they love at a very, very competitive level still. So that we were easily sold on that. Yeah.
Any games circled on the calendar for this year?
Yes, we do. We go up to Penn State and play them at the new Pagola Center. So that's definitely going to be a big one. Rowan and Ryder are always little rivalries. We have South Jersey rivalries. So those will be points of emphasis. And then we go down to Liberty in Virginia and play them for a weekend, 2 games. So they're going to be a huge challenge. They're always top 5 in the country. So them and Penn State are both in our league, and so they're usually, if not in the national championship, they're in the national tournament on an annual basis. So we're going to have our work cut out for us, but I think we're ready for the challenge.
Well, good stuff. We'll be with you every step of the way on the Drexel Hockey Network, and thanks for taking the time with us here. You'll see Mike and his staff back behind the bench for many D2 games on the Drexel Hockey Network this year, including the one you're watching right now. Stay with us throughout the rest of the intermission report, and we'll be back with Puck Drop shortly.
Thanks a lot, Bob.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we welcome you back inside the class of 1923 arena. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business. Visit them at drexellebeau.com. Team's about to take the ice, and we'll bring you back inside our broadcast booth. Again, Bob Long here for this one. Excited for this one. Big news that we just found out prior to puck drop. Peter Cassidy, leading scorer for the University of Scranton, 18 goals, 9 assists, 27 points, will not be active tonight. Unfortunately, a death in his family. We're thinking about him. The folks here at Drexel are thinking about Peter and his family. But again, that now provides a little bit of different context. And John Forlenza, Ryan Fitzmaurice, guys are going to be asked to do a little bit more for this Scranton team. A very deep team, though. Excited to see what they put out there on the ice. We're now going to turn your attention to the ice and the public address announcers as they introduce the starting lineups. And it's a beautiful night for hockey here in Philadelphia, live from the class of 1923 arena. Just your average 65-degree January day here in Philly. And these two teams about to go at it. Drexel dressed in the home white uniforms, yellow and navy blue stripes across the shoulders. University of Scranton in the road blacks, white trim, purple lettering, and Scranton across the chest. Excited for this one. Drexel 6-10-0-1 on the year, but 4-2-0 at home. They have been good in this building. Scranton has not lost inside the confines of their home in Scranton, but 5-1-0 on the road for the Royals. As we mentioned, Scranton, without their best player, Peter Cassidy, had 18 goals, 9 assists in 17 games this year. John Forlenza, Ryan Fitzmaurice, Kieran Gruby, 3 other guys that look to pick up the slack. A combined 63 points among them. We're underway here from the class of 1923 arena. Across center ice, it's batted ahead by Liam Feely, and Drexel's able to pump it in. Here comes Jimmy Bell. He overskates that one. But Drexel's still going to get the puck and sent deep by Tim Mikulik. Chase Demaro back in there on the forecheck. Bell was in there as well, but cleared ahead by Feely. Feely now comes to his stick at the red line. He'll dump it deep in towards Logan Kramsky, who comes in, makes the first save of the game, as number 9, Ryan Fitzmaurice, came right on net from an off angle. Chase Demaro for Drexel, laid a hit. Puck comes hard off the boards, corralled by the defense, but a slip will give Scranton an opportunity, a nice recovery by the Dragons. That comes off the half board in an odd way. Leads to possession here for Scranton, sent down deep, and Kramsky will leave it off for his teammate. Dropped back behind. Noah Montague is in there. Coming onto the puck now is Finlayson. Up for Mazzarelli. Here comes Finlayson. Back for Scala Rosenbaum, and a big save there. Nicely played early on by the goaltender, Drew Lenway. But a good 2-on-2 there. Scala Rosenbaum, he got a pretty good shot on that. Lenway there to make the save. 18:37 to play in the first period. Still scoreless. Shot from the point that was deflected and went wide. Dumped back in deep. And an early tripping call as Scala Rosenbaum is taken down. We'll get one more look. And a pretty clear trip back behind the net. Drexel on the power play, 18:25 to play in the first period. Chris Calise, the alternate captain. Make that number 11, Marcus Garriga. He goes to the box for 2. Now this play deep, Colin Quinn on the puck. The diminutive forward plays it back behind the net, now holds the puck up. Finlayson's in the area as well. Good keep there by Drexel. And up at the point, it's Simon Scala Rosenbaum. There's a shot, that one goes wide off the stick of Jake Rudloff. Ian Huver plays catch with Rudloff. Finlayson, that one came all the way through. It's right in front, and Colin Quinn couldn't put it on net. Swinging it back behind the net. Played back to the point for Drexel. All control here for the Dragons with 1:09 to go in this power play. Shot was blocked there off the stick of Huver, and it is sent all the way down. Scranton will get a full change. But good pressure early on from the Dragons on this first power play of the night. 17:15 to play first period. Scoreless as Jimmy Bell cascades with a full head of speed. He gets to the goal line, tries to wrap it around. That one was right on the line, wouldn't go. Big save by Drew Lenway. 37 seconds on the power play. Carrying it on now and sending down behind the net is Tim Mikulik, the captain. Good work there by Mikulik. He's taken down, no penalty that time, and it is cleared. This will make its way all the way to the Drexel defensive zone. Back there to get it chased tomorrow. Just a little bit of pressure by Feely. Now he backs off for Scranton as Drexel carries it into the offensive zone. Good work here by Quinn, back behind the net. Make that Mark Lurie, number 26, as he plays it to the point. Kept in by Mikulik. Perhaps not. Line judge from the other side says that one just barely crept out of the zone. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey with 16:20 to play in a scoreless first period. 2 shots registered for Drexel, both saves made by Lenway. Both he had to be up to task for. Fairly high danger opportunities in that power play for Drexel, but they go 0-for-1 with the man advantage early on tonight. Scranton looking for a clearance, but there's Zach Messerly back behind the net, taken off the puck by Joseph Zani. Zani gives it away. There's a shot right on. Lenway had to cover up, and he does. Any rebound there would have been catastrophic. We'll get one more look. Turning it all in one motion, firing it on, and a lot of white shirts right in front of the net. Lenway, a wonderful job to allow no rebound. Changes on both sides. John Forlenza can't win the faceoff for Scranton. He's one of the guys we're looking out for here tonight, 27 points on the year. There's a shot. It's a big save by Lenway as it deflected up to the backboards. Lurie, he takes a big hit, but he is able to clear it. Great work there by Mark Lurie, the defenseman. And here comes Scranton, sent on. That one's wide. Onto the puck is Feely. His shot is blocked before it ever got to the net by Benjamin Shelley. Now Colin Quinn will get to it on the near side boards. He'll rip it off the boards, and it will find its way into the neutral zone. A giveaway. Here's Drexel. 2-on-2. The shot blocked right off the stick of number 24, Josh Sklar. Around the backboards, Fitzmaurice plays it forward. Carried to the red line and fired back down. Kramsky will get a stick on it. Scranton with a change. And Quinn takes a hard hit into the boards. And an icing is called. Quinn took a hard hit into the boards there. Some of the Drexel faithful looking for a penalty, none to come. 14:49 to play here. Bob Long and Mike Crisafulli is back with us here for the beginning of the second semester. Second half of the season here on the Drexel Hockey Network. Excited to have him here. Now it's a foot race to it. First to it, number 4, Chris Calise. That one's going to come on net, and they score, but there was a whistle early. That was absolutely a quick whistle. We're not going to get the benefit of the sound on that replay, but you're seeing the tail end. That was a goal. Lenway, again, I was a little bit fooled as well. Looked like he was going to cover that up. A really, really careless play by the goaltender, but bailed out by the officials. Officials losing sight of the puck, saying that he had cleared, or should say that he had covered it up, but that's a tough one if you're Mikey Antoni behind the bench for the Drexel Dragons, as that ensuing rebound went in. But we remain all tied. 0-0 here early on in the first period. 14:13 to play. Finlayson, this one chopped up in front of the net. Josh Finlayson taken down, but played back to the point somehow. Shot from the opposite point is saved there by Lenway. And a good shot there by Ian Huver. Huver just ripped that one, and Lenway squared that one up in the middle of the net. 13 minutes, 57 seconds. On the board, Scranton still shows 0 shots. There's a shot that off the tip is high and wide. Brought down by Scranton, and they got a 3-on-1. Sent right across, and what a huge save by Kramsky. How do you do, Logan Kramsky? One more look at this one, and it's about the lateral movement and the extension of the pad. That's beautiful. Wow, that's one of the best saves I've seen all season there. And we remain 0-0, but it shows you this Scranton team how explosive they can be. Haven't had the run of play whatsoever here tonight, but one good look, 2, what ended up being 3-on-1, and forces Kramsky to stand on his head in order to protect that goal line. It's 0-0 with 13:30 to play. Noah Montague will come onto the puck defensively. That's flipped up and into the netting, so give Scranton some credit there, providing a bit of pressure back behind the net. Drexel had all the numbers, but forced Montague to make a quick decision. That's Ryan Fitzmaurice that was back there for Scranton. Simon Scala-Rosenbaum in the face-off circle. It's won by Scranton. That one went off the side netting as it was ripped with a wrister. Here's Mazzarelli. He's able to clear it. And here comes Drexel. Got an opportunity here. Finlayson trying to hold off that defender, but Scala-Rosenbaum comes on to it. Good stick work there, but finally taken off his stick. Bodies flailing. Nearly came to the Scranton stick, but a nice job by Gianluca Mazzarelli to get that one out of danger. This one turned on by Chris Calise. Played forward. Bell's going to get there first in between the circles, but Scranton able to clear it into the neutral zone. It's fired back deep. 12:37 to play, scoreless here from the class of 1923 arena. Drexel high line here. And Scranton might be able to build on it as a result, but it's the end of a shift, so they'll just send it deep. Matthew Pirro, along with his compatriots, will head back, but this one given away right in front. Huver tried to send it well down the ice. A good block there, nearly provided a scoring opportunity, and now we have some open ice here. Bell will flick it. This will head to the right of Lenway. Played back to the point. Shot through some traffic, but it did get all the way through to Lenway. Tim Mikulik, good work there on the forecheck. He'll dump it back deep. Chase DeMauro is there. In front, a good stick lift so that Bell couldn't get to the puck and put his stick on it. Bell and DeMauro, good work back behind the net. Drexel will pinch. That's Ian Huver. And an excellent shift there, an excellent job of forechecking. They're still in it. There's DeMaro's shot. Bell tried for the backhand, and it went just high. Bell will get the touch one more time, sent across the middle, a lot of sticks, but here comes Scranton the other way. Good poke check from behind. That's number 4, Lucas Freeman. And Freeman in the defense will come to the bench. Playing it forward now, number 26, Mark Laurie. Into the neutral zone, Jonathan Carlson rips it deep. Tough bounce there off the backboards, and Drexel nearly had an opportunity. Playing it back now, Blake Cleveland. A good touch there by Laurie. Laurie will try to chase it down himself, but Lenway, a nice job to come out and cover up. 10:37 to play. Boy, I tell you, we've had some chances on both sides. 7 shots to just 1 for Scranton, but that one for Scranton forced Logan Kramsky to make one of the best saves of his young Drexel career. And one comes in between the circle. A good stick there by Scranton. Carried forward by the Royals. Lifted up there by John Forlenza. Chases it down himself. Able to drop it in front. There's a shot. Fitzmaurice. It was blocked, though, by Drexel. And here they come the other way. 2-on-1. Here's a shot. He scores! Corey Freeman on the board for Drexel. Carried it on and just rips a wrister. Lenway not there for the save. Well done as he catches it in between the elbow and the side of the ribs. Finds a slot home. Corey Freeman puts Drexel 1-0 on the board. And let's talk about the block there as well. It all starts with putting your body on the line defensively in what was a tough spot after Fitzmaurice tried to fire that one home. Tremendous job by the Drexel defense. Leads to the break, and Freeman did not miss. Under 10 minutes to play first period. A good one between two really good D2 hockey teams at the ACHA level. Noah Montague trying to clear it, but could not. Sent deep by Kieran Gruby. And now Liam Feely in there, back there, along with Gruby. Now it's only Gruby along with 3 Drexel Dragons. That's a pretty good job by Mazzarelli to reach that stick back, control the puck, and clear it. That's going to be icing. That was just a shade shy of the red line. We'll get one more look at this one. And yes, indeed, absolutely shy of the red line. So icing will bring it back into the Scranton offensive zone with 9:18 to play. The Royals of the University of Scranton, a Jesuit institution in, you guessed it, Scranton, Pennsylvania, make their way back here and down here for an ACHA D2 matchup, their first matchup of their second semester, as well as Drexel's. Mazzarelli gives that one right to Scranton. Here they come. Shot by Foster, and a block there from Drexel. Scala Rosenbaum pokes it free. It's 1-on-1. His shot is deflected high, stays in the ice. He lost his stick, but Drexel maintains possession. To the top of the opposite circle, shot was blocked. And it is a delay penalty, so Kramsky rushes to the bench. 8:41 to play. The arm remains raised. Let's see if Drexel can get a look offensively. Boy, it's 6-on-5 as there is a touch there. Fortunate for Scranton. It's 6-on-5, and 3 of their guys are kind of lollygagging back. The head coach, Stephen Fusco, not going to be particularly thrilled about that, but perhaps a gift there from Drexel, as they could have set up shop and perhaps really taken advantage of that numbers opportunity that they had. 8:30 to play here, 1-0. The Dragons lead over the Royals of the University of Scranton. Number 15, Kieran Regan, to the penalty box for 2 minutes. And that one will be cleared. Montague could not keep it in the zone, and now he gives it away. Scranton does have a shot, didn't get much on it. That was Matthew Pirro. Drexel carries it in. Jimmy Bell, he nearly scored as that one went just wide on the one-timer. No doubt about it, Drexel has gotten the better of the opportunities thus far here tonight. They lead by the 1 goal, looking for their first power play goal of the evening. Nice job there by Laurie. Here's a shot in front. They were going for the tip drill. A little bit too much heat for Bell. Chase Tomorrow plays it deep up towards the point. Mikulik drops it back. Laurie sent it through, and a nice job by Scranton. They are going to get the clearance. 7:25 to play, 55 seconds on the man advantage for Drexel. Both teams get new bodies out there on the ice. Simon Scholar-Rosenbaum, one of the best skaters on this D2 team for Drexel. He brings it on in between the circles, couldn't get the shot off. Finlayson onto the puck first. He's very strong, and those two, kind of the yin and the yang, they work very well together. Played back to Huver. Huver drops it down. Here's Quinn, right across. They couldn't put it in. It was a beautiful pass, perhaps the least bit behind his intended target, but could not put it in. And Finlayson can't believe it. He was the one that whiffed on that beautiful pass across, and no doubt about it, Lenway was beaten with a clean stick on that puck. And an immediate clearance there by Scranton should just about extinguish the power play. 6 seconds left now. And we are at full strength. Drexel into the offensive zone. Quinn can't beat the defender to the puck. And a nice job by Scranton. Boy, that is brilliant there. But really probably not the play. And they're fortunate to get a clearance after all that. For that individual effort from John Foster, it was just given away by the next man that touched it for Scranton. This dropped across. Nice job there by Quinn. And it will be flipped high. It will come up short of icing. And a great job there by Jake Rudloff. Under 6 minutes to play in the first period. The score is as you see it, 1-0. Drexel leads over the University of Scranton. Carried forward by the Royals. That one will come on net, and Kramsky had some trouble. Your first thought there is it going to be icing? Then you see it's going to go on net, and you figure just cover that up. And that popped up on the stick. Kramsky, a nice job after that initial misplay to stay together and stay composed. But perhaps not as calm and cool and easy of a stop as he might have liked. So those are the two shots that Scranton has had thus far that have gotten to Kramsky here tonight. One of the most brilliant saves that you'll ever see. So athletic. And the ability to have that lateral movement, get the pad from side to side, and then that one where it was not so convincing. This one flipped deep by Drexel's number 7, Blake Cleland. Cleland comes onto the puck now, looking for help. Someone coming across, and Scholar-Rosenbaum couldn't quite get to the spot. Pass was a little bit behind as well. Flipped up here by Pirro. Pirro will go to the bench for a change for Scranton. Cleland plays it forward, Messerly. Carried up now by Corey Freeman, the goal scorer. And he drops it deep. He'll chase it himself as the rest of the Dragons go for a change. Only he and Scholar-Rosenbaum remain. Scranton turns it back the other way. Royals get to center ice. They try to drop it deep. And now they had an opportunity there, but a good stick in the way by Drexel to intercept that pass. This gets all the way through to Josh Finlayson. Good move there. Brings it back through the defender's legs and finally taken off the puck. Big hit there, and that's going to be boarding at the net's touch for Drexel. And there it is. So with 4:19 to play in the second period, it'll be Drexel a man down and trying to kill off the power play for the Royals of the University of Scranton. Pretty clear penalty. The only question is who goes to the box. Could have been Finlayson, could have been Scholar-Rosenbaum. Both were in the area. And Josh Finlayson comes to the bench. So it is going to be Scholar-Rosenbaum in the box. An initial clearance by Drexel. Gets the power play started, and that was not well played. Here comes Drexel. They had an opportunity to get that across for Quinn, but unfortunately Sklar just a little slow getting across. Big hit there by Jake Rudloff. That was clean. One-timer saved by Kramsky, dropped in front. The rebound, another one right in front. They scramble for it, and it's wide. Still an opportunity here for Scranton. Garriga Plays it to the slot. Another one blocked by Drexel, putting the body on the line. Josh Sklar came up with that block. Now Rudloff taking his defender out of the play. 1:14 to play on the power play here, and Scranton has had a good run of play here. But that will be sent all the way down. And again, Lenway less than convincing with his stick work. Here comes Scranton. They come right on net. They'll get a shot. Liam Feely, though, elects to pull it back. They'll set it up with 47 seconds left. A wind, and a shot goes wide. Hit into the side netting. Kramsky's got to get back to the other side of the net, and fortunate to do so. If there was a quick wraparound, there was a chance he was beaten. That one came through a lot of traffic, and a save made there by Kramsky. 35 seconds left on the power play. We'll get another look to see that screen that he had to look through, and just have to trust your positioning at that point. He does, and he makes a nice save. John Forlenza set to take the face-off, and not anymore. Liam Feely will come in as Forlenza was kicked out. Into the slot. Here's a shot. Big save there by Logan Kramsky, the goaltender for Drexel. 23 seconds left. Fitzmaurice plays it back to the point. He's going to get it back. Gruby with a shot, and it's saved again by Kramsky. He has been good on this shorthanded sequence for Drexel. Final few seconds. Shot, save there. It's still loose, and we're back to 5-on-5. So Drexel can't just blast it down the ice for fear of an icing. That one does stay in play, but will be an icing. So a tired line will remain on the ice for Drexel, and they'll still need one clearance to really feel like they've conquered the man advantage that Scranton had. Of course, good news that Drexel has the 5 on the ice, but 4 of them have been very laborious in their time on the ice in order to kill that power play. Montague back behind the net. Fed up the ice. Well done there from Drexel. It's 2-on-2. Shot comes right on. Drew Lenway had to go up high to get it, and Drexel does get that substitution and that line change they were looking for from the back two. A minute 40 to play first period. Drexel Hockey Network coverage of D2 ACHA Hockey, University of Scranton, and Drexel University. Bob Long, Mike Crisafulli alongside, doing a wonderful job on camera. That one ripped. It goes wide and behind the net. Pinching up, the defender Huber comes right on. Here's his shot, saved by Lenway. It's loose right in front. They scramble, and Scranton comes away with it. 1:21 to play. Up to the blue line. Great job by Huber to stay with that one defensively, and Drexel turns the other way. No numbers here. Jimmy Bell comes on, takes the shot anyway, and it's blocked. Coming back the other way, Garriga, and flipped ahead by number 17, Thomas Delgaizo. In the neutral zone, it's flipped up by Feely. Here comes a man from the bench. Saved by Kramsky. They scramble for it and score. That's John Forlenza. Kramsky made a good first save, but then scrambled about, and you see the tail end there. He went for an ambitious poke check rather than staying home. And Forlenza able to poke it home for his 14th goal of the season. 1-1 your score, 46 seconds left in the period. And for the time being, Scranton, a little bit of momentum heading into the break. Laurie will dump it deep. Two Dragons in there on the forecheck, trying to keep it in the zone. And a good keep there. That's wonderfully done by Josh Sklar. Again, kept in at the point, this time by Rudloff. Kicks it forward. And it pops up and out of the zone. Everybody touches up for Drexel. Onside there, Rudloff lost the puck amidst 3 defenders. 14 seconds left. Perhaps an opportunity for one more build. An ambitious pass, but Scranton trying to get onto it. 6 seconds left. Drexel trying to just hold this puck up, and they'll be successful in doing that. That'll run down the last seconds of the period. And after 20 minutes, it's Drexel 1, Scranton 1 here from the class of 1923 arena. Been a good hockey game so far. Final shots, Drexel 10, Scranton 7. Drexel seemed like they were in control for about the first 15 minutes of it. A bit of increased possession and opportunity on the offensive end from Scranton during that power play. They did not break through on that power play. But it was John Forlenza. He just came from the bench, and it was a good cross-ice pass from the neutral zone into the offensive zone for Scranton. Forlenza ended up on his own. Kramsky cut down the angle, made a pretty good first save, and then kind of dove out there trying to poke check it away, making a hero-type play rather than staying home, and Forlenza able to put it home as a result. Overall, very good period in net for Logan Kramsky. Pretty good period in net for Drew Lenway as well. Stick possession and playing the puck. A little bit more to be desired from Lenway, but generally speaking has had to stand up against some pretty good opportunities that Drexel University has had. Again, we want to thank the sponsors here tonight. Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business. Visit them at drexellebeau.com. For over 125 years, Drexel University has been uniting academia and industry to empower the next generations of leaders. Enroll in graduate and executive education programs at Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business and join over 40,000 alumni who are transforming their careers and industry. Again, learn more at drexellebeau.com. Time to hear from Tim Mikulik, captain of the D2 team here today. We conducted this interview back in the early part of the season. Let's see what he has to say, and we'll see you in just a few minutes for the beginning of the second period here on the Drexel Hockey. Here with us at intermission on the Drexel Hockey Network of the D2 team. Tim, very much looking forward to your year this year and that of the D2 team. I had the opportunity to broadcast a few games last year. Obviously, we're doing a lot more this year. Man, you guys fly around, I tell you, and it's I'm excited to see what's going on with this new conference. You guys are challenging yourselves. If you could, walk me through how that process occurred and kind of the expectations for this year.
Well, last year was kind of like, it was our inaugural season, so a lot of factors coming into play, trying to figure a lot of things out with a lot of different players, personalities on the team. Playing in the DVCHC, got a few good opponents, a lot of non-conference games that are pretty competitive. Thought we did well, thought we could move up, we could compete with the higher level teams. Played Ryder last year, right after Christmas break. Only lost to them 4-1, kept it rather close, competed really well, so we thought we could take the next step, make a jump forward, and join the Mach. Really high expectations this year. I think we have a very good team. We didn't lose really anybody. Might lose a couple kids to the jump up to D1, but for the most part we have that same core. We have a lot of guys returning, and I think there's a lot of optimism in the locker room. Like, everybody thinks we can compete and do well, so looking forward to it.
That's great. And what's it like to play with Justin and Mike and Dave and your coaching staff? How's that
awesome.
been?
First couple years I knew Justin just as like the GM of the team. Didn't know much more about him. I knew he was like a coach at one point in time. Coming into last year, still didn't know much about any of the other coaches. I think they really care about each player. They push me every day, every practice, always telling me constructive criticism, making me better every day. I appreciate it a lot. And they're always hungry, like they're always working too. They're always trying to get better, as are we, so it's a good fit for the team. It's good for the program.
So a couple quick hits for you. We've asked some of the D1 guys who the funniest guy on that team is. I'm going to ask you who the funniest guy on the D2 team is and why.
On the D2, well, referring to the D1 team,
Sure.
I was in here for Frank's interview. Definitely not Frank Lurie. Definitely not him. Calling the shot out to Frank. Definitely not Frank. We'll leave the vote up to the other guys, but rescind Frank. D2 team, I don't know. We have a lot of characters on the team. Wow. I knew this was probably going to be a question. It still gets me. Ben Shelley, he's a pretty funny guy. Does a lot of funny things. He does a lot of the pre-game stuff. He's always making noise, always yelling, hooting, and hollering. Same thing with Mazzarelli, but you can't let him know that because
right. We'll cut this. Don't worry.
It won't fly. Give him too much of a personality there. But yeah, I'd say Ben. Ben's a pretty funny guy. He's just a very witty, positive person. Always upbeat, always in a good mood. So yeah, go with Ben. And
then road trips. Favorite thing about them, the thing you can live without.
Love the road trips. Huge fan. I'm on co-op during hockey season, so I do not have to worry about schoolwork, which is nice. But can live without. This past year was my first time ever, which was pretty exciting. I had my own bed. Can live without sharing the bed. Not for me, but what are you going to do, Favorite thing, love the bus rides. A lot of fun. Just the guys hanging out, you're just sitting with them literally for 4 hours at a time sometimes, just watching movies, playing games, doing stupid things, just hanging out. Just guys being dudes,
That's great. That's great. Well, Tim, we appreciate the time. Best of luck this year. We'll be watching, we'll be broadcasting, and we'll be with you guys every step of the way.
Thank you, Bob. Look forward to it.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Lucas Freeman with us here on the Drexel Hockey Network. Lucas, thank you very much for your time, and we're excited to have you on the telecast.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So D2 hockey this year, there's a lot of buzz around this team, a lot of talent, a lot of depth, a new conference. Mm-hmm. So walk us through everything.
Yeah, I mean, this is going into our second year. Obviously, last year was our inaugural season, and, I think it was a great season for the team. It was really, we didn't know what to expect going into the year. Obviously, a completely brand new team for us, and
sure,
we got our 20-win season for the year, which was great. We were able to win the DVCHC, which was a huge step for us and definitely a goal we had last year. But this year, moving on to bigger and better things, we move into the Mach, which is one of the top Division II conferences in the entire country. So we're really excited about that. Get to play teams like Penn State and Liberty, Stevenson and Maryland, a couple other schools as well. So we're really excited for the year that we have ahead of us. I think, we have a full schedule this year, almost 30 games, and, we're really looking to go into battle in each of those games this year and putting our best product on the ice.
What's it like to play for Justin and Mike and some of those other coaches?
Yeah, I think it's great for us. Some of them where Justin was away from the program coaching-wise for a couple of years. He was the general manager of the D1 team, and now he's come back, and he's brought Mike and Dave along with him, Gino as well, and they're all alumni of the program, so they're all deeply tied to Drexel Ice Hockey. I think they did a great job last year, like I said, in the inaugural season, and I think we're all looking forward to this year. I think, they're really good at getting the best out of all of us, making sure that, sometimes we might not be the most skilled team, but we're going to work the hardest, and we're going to give our best foot forward every single game. So I think, they did a really great job last year, and we're all just looking to move forward this year.
And I'd push back on the skilled part as well. I had the opportunity to watch you guys last year, and it was quite impressive. I'm looking forward to broadcasting more of your games this year as well. Simple question, how do you get this much talent onto a campus so that you can fill 2 rosters the way you guys have?
Yeah, I mean, I think, I've got to see the progression of Drexel Ice Hockey, not only being a player, but now going into my 4th year as president of this organization, and also being a senior. This is my 5th year with the program. I think when we started, we had 30 guys come out to tryouts, and we had our one team of 30 guys, and now, this year we're up to 60 guys and 2 full teams. I think that it really shows how much the program has grown in such a short amount of time, how high of a level of quality we put out on the ice day in and day out for both teams now. And that's both for Drexel University and for our program as well. I think our program has come a long way, both on and off the ice. And I think, it's a great culture to be a part of. I think we really do preach the family, and everyone's part of it. No matter what team you're on, you're a part of the Drexel hockey family. And I think that's just been very attractive to recruits coming in, and people get to come to our rink. Class of 23 will be brand new this year, but people love playing in that arena, love being in the city atmosphere. And so I think Drexel has just become a draw, and we just hope to keep getting bigger and bigger, and hopefully one day, become one of the premier places to play college hockey, certainly in Philadelphia, but around the country as well.
Well, I think you guys have a great opportunity here, and I've said this since I stepped in here last year, is that this is an affordable, family-friendly, but incredibly entertaining and high level of hockey being played right within Philadelphia. And I think you guys have a great opportunity. I look forward to being a part of it as you guys continue to grow. That this is something to do in Philadelphia if you're a hockey fan, and you guys bring it every single evening.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Philadelphia is a hockey town. I think everyone loves the Flyers in the town, and it's a sports town in general. And so, I think for a while there was no college hockey team really in the city that could draw the crowds. And I think, us at Drexel have stepped up into that role as being kind of the college hockey team for the city. And we just look to hopefully grow our brand not only around campus, but around the city as well, and around the surrounding areas. Getting to walk around wearing your Drexel hockey gear. You can walk around the city now, walk around the surrounding areas when I go home to my local rinks, and people recognize us now. And I think, obviously broadcasting the games helps us out as well, but Twitter and Instagram and everything that we do, I think we just look to keep growing our brand for both teams and hopefully for the program in general.
So what's your goal then for D2 this year?
Our goal is to go into every game, like we're going to win each game and take it one step at a time. Like I said, last year was our inaugural season. We didn't really know what to expect. We were able to come out with the championship last year, and obviously that was huge for the program. And so this year, I think we all know that we can bring it, and we're a highly competitive team that can play up in, with some of the top teams in the Division II conference. And so I think this year we just want to take that next step and bring our effort to the rink every single day and put our best foot forward with every team that we play this year.
Well, best of luck. We'll be watching, we'll be broadcasting a lot of the D2 games as well, so excited to be doing that, and we wish you the best.
Thank you. Look forward to the year.
Thank you. Welcome back, everybody, inside the Drexel Hockey Network studio here at the Class of 1923 Arena. Appreciate everybody being with us here tonight. And if you're following along, we have a new stream here for the second period. Didn't miss any hockey action, which is good news. Internet went down just for a minute here at the Class of 1923 Arena, but we are back now, ready for the second period. And appreciate everybody being with us. Bob Long, Mike Crisafulli, and again, this broadcast tonight brought to you by Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business. (1-1). A late goal by the University of Scranton tied the game up. 19 minutes, 40 seconds. We're 20 minutes into this as this is flipped behind here by Drexel's Joe Finlayson. Right in front it comes. Now back behind the net. Wrapped around. Puck is still loose. The shot went wide on the follow by Corey Freeman. He scored the first goal of the night. Now carried on and dropped behind by Telmos Delgaizo. This will be kept in at the point. Shot comes wide. Picked up there by Ian Huver and sent along for number 13, Corey Freeman. This to be carried forward here by Drexel. In the home white uniforms, Scranton in the road blacks. And first to it will be number 11, Marcus Garriga. But a nice job by the goaltender to come out, Logan Kramsky. And we have a whistle. Looks like Chase Tomorrow took on some pain there as he was whacked across the hand. He's taken off the right glove. And again, still in a lot of pain right at the left-hand side of your screen. Slashing is called to the penalty box. Ryan Fitzmaurice. Jimmy Bell back behind the net. Noah Montague comes to the point. A lot of traffic in front. There was a stick there by number 8, John Forlenza. But Drexel maintains possession to the point it comes. Sent back below the goal line. Chase Tomorrow is in there. Fought off by Malaysiak. Wind and a fire. That was deflected. A save made there by Lenway. Mikulik up into the slot. Drexel with possession. Tomorrow, patience. Here's Mikulik. Drops it to the circle. Montague across. That had too much pace on it, but Drexel keeps it in the zone for now. Mikulik, top of the circle, shot. Blocked in front. Montague backhands it, comes right on. Couldn't finish it at the weak side. Mikulik keeps it in. That is still in the zone. Well done. Into between the circles. Big save by Lenway. Still 52 seconds left. Drexel, a few great opportunities on the man advantage. Drop back to the slot. Across to the top of the circle. They tried to connect on that pass across the ice, but not in a position to shoot. That one came all the way through into the catching glove of Lenway. Another look and a big save by Lenway. Not a ton of traffic coming through there. .33 seconds left, man advantage for Drexel. Shot there by Finlayson was wide. He tried to short side Lenway. Here comes Josh Finlayson. He's on the puck. Able to spin with it, taken down, but able to maintain possession. Skylar Rosenbaum turns on it. Drops back for Finlayson at the top of the circle. Into the slot, Rudloff as Skylar Rosenbaum was taken down to the ground behind the play. Shot was well wide and high, and it's cleared away by Scranton. Just out onto the ice, 5-on-5, and here they come. Dropped off in front, shot, saved by Kramsky, and knocked away by Drexel. And there's some open ice the other way now as Huver drops off for Rudloff. That shot blocked in front. And now we settle it down a bit. 16-13 to play, second period. And that's icing. So it'll come back the other way with 16:07 to play. Still one apiece. A wind and a one-timer that was off the catching glove of Lenway, but that pushed it high. Now at the dot, shot saved there by the pad of Lenway again. Drexel pouring on the shots here in the early part of the second period. Another one got all the way through, and Lenway was walking behind him, but it did skitter to the back boards harmlessly. And finally flipped forward by Scranton. They send their guys to the bench. Long pass up the ice, and it's poked away. Here comes number 11, Guriga, taken off the puck well by number 24 for Drexel, Josh Sklar. Given away, though, right in front. The shot was well wide, and Scranton should have done better with that. Sklar calmly plays it forward. Laurie just kind of overran that puck. Turning on a dime, back behind the net. Scranton looking for a shot. They get it, but doesn't have much on it. Still scrambling in front, and it came across the crease. Max Meisenbacher didn't get much on the first shot, but then provided a pretty good opportunity. DeMauro goes 1-on-4. He got it on net, but not with a lot of pace. Turn back behind. Scranton, this is Meisenbacher again struggling with it. Drexel creates possession. Dropped right in front. There's the shot, and it went wide. Another shot goes wide. That was directed wide, and now a penalty. 14:33 to play. Second period. All tied at 1. Penalty goes against Scranton's number 11, Marcus Guriga. And one of those things where the constant pressure from the Drexel Dragons, the difference here. Played back to the point. Drexel with the man advantage right across, and the soft toss could not be controlled by Skylar Rosenbaum. He whiffed on it. That one came across. They were going for the tip drill, and Skylar Rosenbaum, who was just beyond his outstretched stick. Here up at the point. One-timer from Huver, saved by the pad of Lenway. Here's Quinn behind the net. Comes forward to Josh Finlayson, who will turn it at the circle. Good strength on the puck. Finlayson dropped it across, and it's cleared all the way down by Scranton. Good stick in the passing lane by number 3, Max Meisenbacher. Good pass across the ice. That comes to Josh Finlayson. Finlayson across. Quinn with a shot, and a big save by Lenway. Quinn remains behind the net with possession of the puck. 57 seconds left on the man advantage. Kept in there, and a one-timer again. That was wide, and nobody up at the opposite point. It'll come all the way down. 44 seconds left on the man advantage. That was not a good rip off the boards. Kramsky had to be there to make a save. Here's DeMauro with it. DeMauro ambitiously tries to throw it through the defender's legs, but it comes back to the point. Laurie drops it down for Bell. Bell eyes up the ice, looking to find somebody. Laurie over for Mikulik. Mikulik had trouble handling that one. 16 seconds left. He'll get it back at the point. Again, that puck bounces over a stick. That came all the way through, and a tip sent it just wide. That was DeMauro in front. 5 seconds left on the power play. Drexel looking for one more look. DeMauro turns back behind the net. DeMauro flipped it across, and Montague couldn't bring it down on the soft toss either. And here they come. Scranton on the counter. Nice save there by Kramsky on the shot from Fitzmaurice. Stick lift. Scranton with possession and pumping it down. Goriga. This one comes into the neutral zone and through it. It'll come up well short of icing. Back there to get it, Cody Malaysiak. Malaysiak's pass cannot be corralled. Drexel taken down. A nice clean hit in the middle of the ice. But Drexel has had the primary control of the puck, time of possession, and chances here tonight. Shot and save there. Rebound ended up being safe, but boy, that came out hot and right in front of the net. Now dropped right in front. Looking to get a shot off, and a good stick in there by Scranton. They come down the ice. Kieran Gruby flips it high. It'll come on 2 hops, and Kramsky will cover it up with 11:18 to play. "19 shots for Drexel, 10 for the University of Scranton." For those of you watching this stream, remember we were on one stream for the first period. You did not miss a second of hockey, but we started a new one for the second period, and it is still 1 apiece. They wave off the icing as Scalo Rosenbaum just beats the defender to the dot. Creates an opportunity. There's a shot and a save. Scalo Rosenbaum fires it high and wide on the rebound. Up at the point, Scranton with an opportunity for a counter. Kramsky comes out to get it, and a nice play there. It's tipped by Scranton, so that's going to wave it off. The linesman was right on that call. That's exactly right. It was tipped at the blue line by Scranton. So Drexel able to get the change they need, control the possession, and then they fired it down. John Foster, he's a very good skater out of the back for this Scranton team. Sends it down the ice when he got to the red line and then goes to the bench. Fresh skaters out there, 4 of them for Scranton. Mikulik up at the point, flicked it forward, and Scranton with possession. Here's Joseph Zani. Plays it across for his teammate, and a good move there. Max Meisenbacher played it forward, but onto the stick of Rudloff for Drexel. And 2 Scranton Royals pounded one another. Right in front, they tried to score. It was one more soft toss that they just couldn't connect on. Mikulik and DeMauro. DeMauro sent the pass. It was off the ice. Mikulik tried to bat it in midair. Would not go. And then we get the stoppage. Unfortunate there for Scranton as those 2 bodies did collide. And I don't think either of them saw them coming. Friendly fire. Now the officials are talking right in front of the goaltender, Drew Lenway. They were deciding where that faceoff will come, and it comes outside the zone. 9:52 to play, still 1 apiece. Drexel certainly has had the balance of the opportunities here in the second period, have not been able to score and take a 2-1 lead. Really, they've really controlled the vast majority of the game itself, but a goal with under 1 minute to play in the first period by Scranton put the Royals in a tied position here with Drexel that has yet to been broken. Noah Montague in between the circles, just directs it to the backboards. Colin Quinn does get a stick on it, pumps it deep. Scranton gets 2 players in there as well, and it is controlled by the Royals. But given away, tough spot. Rudloff right in front, and what a save! Josh Finlayson, can you believe that that one did not go in? Lenway, what a save that was, and Finlayson dispatched into the backboards as a result. .9:19 to play, second period. And we will get a penalty, it appears, on Scranton as well. Liam Feely goes to the box. That was for what happened after the play. But what happened during the play was Drew Lenway in a completely compromised position. A beautiful move to the backhand and then back to the forehand from Finlayson. And for all intents and purposes, Lenway was beaten. His skates were outside the paint. All he could do was reach back the glove and the blocker. In both hands, he reached back to the goal line. He just snagged one away from Josh Finlayson that would have given Drexel a 2-1 lead. And Josh Finlayson goes to the box as well. So offsetting. Four-on-four hockey for the next minute 50. 9:08 to play. Given away at center ice. Big hit there, but staying on his feet. Incredible that time from John Foster. We talked about how good of a skater he was out of the back. There's a shot. Kramsky with a save. Big rebound. That does go to the backboards, however, after it was funneled that way by Benjamin Shelley. Josh Sklar plays it back. He'll whip it across the ice. Drexel builds from the back. Good turn on that puck. Here comes Sklar. Sklar to the top of the circle, plays it through. That was brilliant. Colin Quinn with the tip drill, just wouldn't go. And the follow saved by Lenway. There's the save by Lenway. Minute 5 to go here, 1-1, 4-on-4 hockey. Ripped off the sideboards, Drexel in the area looking for possession, but this will come all the way back towards Kramsky. Controlled along the far side boards, played forward. Drexel will come up with it, Noah Montague. Good touch forward, sent the rest of the way deep by Corey Freeman. Turning on it now, Max Meisenbacher for Scranton. And now they do clear it. Liam Feely. Feely brings it forward and drops it deep. Drexel will carry it back the other way. Looks like there's a lot of tired legs out there at this point. That one flutters through on one hop. Lenway there for the save. 7:24 to play, just 6 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Cody Malaysiak, number 5. Josh Finlayson, number 10. Both there sitting at the edge of the penalty box ready to come forward. Carlson's shot is blocked right off the stick. And now an opportunity going forward. They could not find Gruber. And offside was Gruber. 7:14 to play. 22 shots for the Drexel Dragons. Just 11 for the University of Scranton. But on the big board, 1-1 reads the score. More issues. Sorry for the delay here. 6:32 to go first period. Mike Crisafulli staying with us, though, the whole way. Appreciate that. .6:03 to play, second period. 1-1 the score between Drexel and Scranton. Kramsky taken off his line. They continue play. He lost his stick, his blocker, and his glove. Still doesn't have the stick in his hand as they bat away at it in front. 5:42 left. Drexel still unable to clear. And they bring it forward. Quinn first on it as the rest of the Dragons come to the bench for a change. A wind and a fire wide. Blocked right off the stick of Huver. 5:11 to play. It's still one apiece. Brought forward here by number 9, Ryan Fitzmaurice, who pumps it back behind the net. Into the neutral zone, played across. Joe Finlayson onto the puck now as he sends it back behind the net. Chases it down himself, the one-timer won't go. Messerly in the area and it's pumped wide. Huver pinched way forward from the defense area and able to maintain possession. A one-time slapper that was blocked in front. Joe Finlayson turns with it, takes the shot, saved by Lenway. Shot off the face-off, 4:30 to play, one apiece. Scranton brings it into the zone. That one-timer comes in front. Kramsky had to shovel it to the side boards. Out to center ice, Jimmy Bell able to pump it into the neutral zone. Drexel with control. Here's Chase Tomorrow coming in. Nice defensive play by number 14, Owen Muller. But Drexel gets it right back. It's in front. Bell is in the area, didn't see it, tried to whack at it with the backhand, and it stays out. Montague keeps it in at the point for Drexel. Flip forward, that's tipped in front. And Lenway makes the save. Jimmy Bell taken to the ice as he tried to poke away at the goaltender. 3:27 to play, second period. A good one here from the class of 1923 arena. Referees having a discussion here. And that referee came over and just fired the stick into the Scranton bench. Scranton player was asking to have the stick handed to him, and he just cavalierly flew it into the bench. Tensions are escalating here. 3:05 to play. Back behind the net, Drexel looking to get possession of the puck. There's a big hit from Gianluca Mazzarelli. Mazzarelli onto the puck. Scala Rosenbaum has it now. In between the circles. Takes the shot. The deflection came just wide of the net. Finlayson trips up, I think, just on the ice itself. Kind of a choppy spot of the ice. He went down without contact. Turning on it now, sending it all the way down the ice. That is icing as it came short of the red line and will go down the other way. .2:30 to play, first period. And we got a penalty holding. Drexel commits the penalty, goes against number 4, Lucas Freeman. He's into the box for 2 minutes. Save made by Kramsky with 1:50 to go on this power play. Here's a big save by Kramsky, but the follow scores. Marcus Gurega puts it in. And just 18 seconds into the power play, it's Scranton with a 2-1 lead. Big time goal there. They got a great opportunity in between the circles. Kramsky made the first save, but not much you can do there on the follow. Gurega crashes the far side post and puts it in. And that could have been a trip, not called. Another shot comes on, wrapped up there by Kramsky. Final minute 49 of the second period, and it has been a testy one here from the class of 1923 arena. Certainly I can understand both benches aren't particularly pleased with one another after some of the near fisticuffs, but again, that official just cavalierly flew that stick above the head of the Scranton player there as he was waiting to receive it, being handed off. And again, I don't understand. That feels like an official losing his cool, something you would not expect. Of course, an emotional game that you'd see on both sides, but can't stress enough. I don't think I've seen that one before. This one dropped in front in between the circles, comes back to the slot. Whisked wide there of the net. Drexel first on it. Up to the point. Meisenbacher plays forward. That shot blocked. Comes back onto the stick of Pirro. Pirro tried to backhand it across, but a nice job by Noah Montague. This up to the point. Brought down with the stick from Drexel, but heads to the backboards. 58 seconds left. This one sent all the way down and is an icing. 56 seconds left in the period. They're going to wave off icing here, 43 seconds left. Puck collected by John Foster. Drexel out shooting Scranton 25-15, but it's Scranton with the 2-1 lead. 31 seconds left. Here's a turnover. Rudloff dropped in front, and it comes high off the deflection from Scranton. They'll bring it forward. 23 seconds left in the period. Royals will need to touch up, and they do. 16 seconds left. Chance for one more rush. Brought down. Here's Foster. 7 seconds left. Brings it through one defender. He could get one more shot at it. Down to 2 seconds, down to 1. And that will end the period. So another 20 minutes in the books. Drexel trails 2-1 to Scranton. And we're heading towards what should be a good finish here from the class of 1923 arena. Hang with us as we have more interviews with you coming your way to stave off the time between the second and the third period. It's intermission here at Drexel. This game brought to you by Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business.
Here with head coach Kyle Zoldi on the Drexel Hockey Network. Kyle, another great season last year all the way to the national tournament and one heck of a fight against Oklahoma in that first game. Tell me about 2019-2020, what the expectations are, and what you guys learned from last year's campaign.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, certainly proud of the effort last year. You know, we fell one goal short of our one goal, which is a little ironic. You know, we're still searching for that first national tournament win. But, you know, couldn't be prouder of the effort and just the never quit mentality that you guys, you know, anybody who watched that game saw in the third period. So certainly proud of that. And I think, you know, heading into this year, expectations are right kind of where we left off, you know, pick up where we left off. The preseason rankings just came out, so we're ranked number 23rd in the country to start, which is another program best. And, you know, I think we're excited about some of the prospects we have coming in. Certainly lose some key pieces in some of our senior leadership from last year, but I think we have a young core that's ready to assume the responsibilities. And, again, you know, win our conference is our first goal and get another shot at a national tournament victory. So.
These interviews, Kyle, will be seen, amongst other places, during Drexel Hockey Network broadcasts. And
yes, sir.
They're going to be seeing some brand new digs for you guys.
Yeah.
The class of 1923 arena.
Absolutely.
Walk us through the process throughout the summer, where you expect that to be by game one, and then more so what folks are going to see on a game-by-game basis at the new digs for Drexel Hockey.
Yeah, no, we're super excited. It's been a little bit of a headache over the offseason, just having to, you know, move out of our home rink and get all of the equipment and everything that we've kind of built into our locker room area there out so they could get these renovations done for us. But in the end, it's going to be great. They've replaced all the roofing, brand new lighting. It's supposed to be up to the NCAA standards, so that should be good for you from a streaming perspective. It's going to look really good for the viewers at home. All new boards, all new glass, new sound system. So yeah, we're really excited. I think it's going to be a really great you know, viewing experience from streaming wise, and then, you know, obviously coming to the games and seeing it live, it's going to be a good atmosphere for sure.
So for somebody that might be watching this right now, game one, game two, some of the early games, and think I really want to get myself over there and see these guys in person, what would you say to a Drexel student or just generally folks in Philadelphia that want to get involved with this program?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we try to have a pretty strong social media following and, you know, do our best to showcase and, you know, present the team on there. So we certainly have all the schedules posted on there for folks to figure out what day time works best for them. You know, it's typically Saturday nights are our home game slots. So if you're looking for something to do, 7:30 on a Saturday. For our students, it's right on campus. And we have, you know, now 60 plus players in the program. So I think, you know, just from friends and family of them, the word's starting to spread amongst campus and, to your point, in the Philadelphia community as well. So,
always difficult to replace captains in a senior class. You guys had a special one last year,
absolutely.
Most winning class in the history of the program. Now you're going to engender a whole new group of seniors that are going to be the veterans and leaders on this team.
Absolutely.
What would you say to them heading into this year?
Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, you can't replace guys, especially your leaders, what they do just from an intangible perspective, the leadership they bring, the maturity they bring, showing guys the right way to do things on and off the ice. But I think that they have done such a good job of, you know, presenting what we expect to our younger guys in the past that, you know, Mike Churchavara, Pat McGinley, Jamie Crane, which will be our leadership core for this year, have seen the right way to do things and are ready to assume that responsibility and kind of pick up right where we left off. So, that notion of working hard, respecting your teammates, respecting each other, that's instilled in everybody that we bring in, and they're ready to continue to showcase that, I think.
So Kyle Zoldi here, the head coach of Drexel Hockey. You see him behind the bench, dressed up all nice with the suit and tie.
It's a nice shirt you got there, bud.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
all
absolutely.
swagged out here with the UIH material.
Yes,
but
sir.
folks may not know a lot about Kyle Zoldi besides what they see behind the bench. So in your own words, your journey to this point as the head coach obviously comes from your playing days at Drexel, but how does Kyle Zoldi find himself as the head coach behind the bench right now?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of fell into my lap coming out of the playing days at Drexel, as you alluded to. I was ready to kind of step away from the game after playing, and it just so happened at the time that our head coach had taken another opportunity down in the Virginia area, so the head coach role was open. The school asked me to kind of come in and interview for it, and was offered the position. That was back in 2013, 14, and here we are 7 years later, kind of running with it. And along the way, we've had some really good assistant coaches come through, many of which have stayed, and we've been able to build the staff to extend into the Division II program as well. We have a really strong presence of alumni that have come back and wanting to devote their time to coaching and continuing to grow the program, which I just think speaks volumes, right? That they want to come back and give back after their playing days are up as well. So yeah, 7 years later, here we are. Program's at its peak right now, but still hungry for that next level, I think.
All right, so let's get to some fun ones here.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how many of these you can answer, but let's start with, if you had to pick one guy who's the funniest guy on this hockey team, who would it be and why?
I think Josh Sklar has a very big personality. He's always somebody who, whether it's an outrageous suit to a home game or, experimenting with the facial hair, he always has something to keep the boys laughing and entertained. And, I think the coaches get a kick out of it as well. So he's got quite the personality on him.
The messiest player on the team on road trips and wherever that may take you.
The messiest player on road trips. I don't know about that one, to be honest. We ride the guys pretty hard on cleaning up after themselves, so I think I'm proud to say that I can't pick a name out for that one, Bob.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
That's good.
So.
Whether that's true or not, or if he's just deflecting
exactly.
the question, we'll let the viewers decide.
Exactly.
All right, Coach. Well, hey, don't want to take too much of your time,
No, I
but
appreciate
you coming on and giving some insight on the program, and we're looking forward to another great year with Drexel Hockey Network.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Bob.
Intermission here on the Drexel Hockey Network. We have Josh Finlayson here with us. Josh, thanks for the time.
No problem. Thank you, Chair.
Hey, my pleasure. So walk me through this season, expectations, change in the conference. A lot of change with your program.
Yeah, last year we kind of came with a lot of question marks in the first year, but after the first few games we kind of noticed that we can compete, and then about, I'd say, 9 or 10 games in, we were about the top of the league. So I think this year we're just trying to take the next step and keep building what we got on. I think we have a great group of guys that just really want to compete, and we're moving to a very competitive division. It's one of the best in the country. So we're confident, but we're also humble about ourselves, so I think we can go a long way this year.
Freshmen coming in, have you gotten the opportunity to meet and see a lot of them, and how do you expect them to compete right away?
Yeah, a lot of freshmen came in pretty quick, and every year it shocks me how good these young players are that come in, and they just compete right away, and there's a lot of talent on the ice every game. And we have a ton of depth, so every line 1 through 4 and all our D pairings have a ton of talent, and yeah, we just can roll lines, and I think that's what we do. We just tire out teams and just grind on them and then wear them out, and then we kind of just go in there and put up some points.
That's good. When somebody is going to watch, D2 hockey for the first time at Drexel, what are they going to see? What's the character, the identity of this particular hockey team?
I think from going back last year and watching a lot of our games, I think we just roll 4 lines and just pound teams out. We have a ton of depth, and we just work really hard. I think our work ethic's crazy. We for everything, if we on the power play, even strength or a penalty kill, we just work as hard as we can and just put in as much effort every single shift. And we may not be the most skilled team every night, but we're definitely the hardest working.
Well, I certainly think that. I had the opportunity to broadcast you guys a few times, and you guys can move, you guys can fly, you guys make things difficult on people. Welcoming teams that maybe you might have seen last year to a brand new class of 1923 arena, what's that going to be like?
It's going to be special. I mean, I haven't seen the rink in 5 months now, so the first practice is going to be pretty cool. It'll be cool getting some new boards on there that are pretty. Last year the boards are a little unpredictable sometimes. You get a little, if you dump the puck sometimes you'll pop out somewhere, but hopefully you got to, and just keeping the home rink atmosphere. I feel like last year I think we didn't lose at home. I think we're pretty sure we were undefeated, so we got to keep that home mentality as we just go in with winning mentality every game.
So I asked a few D1 guys, and most of them didn't take the bait for a Kyle Zoldi impression. But do you have a Justin Levin impression for us, or a Mike Antoni, or?
Oh wow. So let's see. I'm trying to think of a good quote that comes from our team.
I'll grant you immunity too. I don't know if I have the power to do that.
I don't know.
It can't be held against you.
I know. Should have prepped for this one a little better. I was trying to. I heard you guys ask a lot of the funniest guys on the team. I was trying to prep for that one. Wasn't expecting that.
That'll come next.
Oh, yeah. Come next. All right, cool. A good Reg impression. I don't know if I got one. He's more just kind of comes in for like 5 minutes before a game and just gives his little spiel, and then we're ready to go. So he keeps it pretty quick before every game. So doesn't really have a saying.
Okay. So now the one you were prepared for. Funniest guy on the team.
All right, so there's a couple, but I think I'm going to have to give it to Pete. I mean, he was pretty close to in the locker room every game. He's a very calm guy in the locker room, but also a little bit of goofball sometimes. Keeps it very light in the locker room, which is great. So, yeah, definitely. I think Pete's the guy for that one.
Okay. And then the most profound, somebody that'll make you think.
Wow. In the locker, that's a tough one.
And why?
Wasn't ready for that one, I have to say.
That's part of being on the hot seat.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank
you. Most profound? Probably going to go. So there's three of them. So we got the three people sitting next to each other in the locker room. We got Shelly, Maz, and Carlson. They're all right next to each other in the locker room. So putting them together it's a pretty scary group, and get interesting sometimes.
Oh, well, that's great. Well, I appreciate the time. Thanks for playing along with the questions on the hot seat. And we'll be watching, we'll be broadcasting, and we're looking forward for a big year for you guys.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. And it's intermission here for the Drexel Hockey Network broadcast of Drexel Hockey from the class of 1923 arena. We have D1 coach Dylan Dignan with us here. And Dylan, you made an interesting transition this year from the D2 team up to the D1 team. Yeah. What's that been like? And if you could break down some of the differences between D1 and D2, I think you're in a unique position to explore that.
Yeah, so far, I mean, just from a time commitment, last year for D2, we had one practice a week, 2 games a week mostly. So now we're ratcheting that up with D1, goes to 3 practices a week, 2 games a week. Seems like the competition is also, spread out a little bit more, so there'll be more travel and all that kind of stuff. So just off the bat, more time at the rink, which is always good. Spending all my weekends and stuff at the rink, no place I'd rather be. And then just from a depth perspective, for D2, we had a lot of young guys. Leadership had to have come from a lot of the coaches, trying to gather some of these younger players. Some people stepped up, but for the D1 team, we have returners. We have people who know the system. We already can go through and just hit the ground running, whereas with D2, we were really trying to build a culture last year as it is our first year. So a lot of differences, but I'm very excited to make the transition. Already enjoying it, so having my own opinions about different things.
So if you could, based on what's PC and on camera, the differences between Justin and Kyle thus far from what you've seen.
The differences between Justin and Kyle, just the way, first off, how we run the practices is different. with Justin, we, especially like I mentioned, having less experience, going through more of the systems and trying to go through that step by step. Whereas with Kyle, we're going high compete, high speed, and in between drills and things like that. So how we're running practices, and you can tell that.
Welcome back inside the class of 1923 arena. Puck drop, and we are underway here in the third period. It's Scranton 2, Drexel 1. Drexel's outshot Scranton by 10, but it was a midway through the second period goal that put Scranton ahead 2-1, and now fresh sheet of ice out there. Drexel's been flying around. Let's see if they can put one in the back of the net, get things tied, and work their way towards victory here tonight. Or will it be Scranton upping their record to 6-5-1 on the road? They're unbeaten at home, but they ain't at home tonight. They're on the road in Drexel territory at the class of 1923 arena. Drexel's been good here, 6-10 overall, 4-2 though at the home rink, looking to improve that record. Rudloff plays it back behind for Noah Montague. That will come off the sideboards hard and into the neutral zone. Good pass there. Scala Rosenbaum kind of jumps through one defender, and Drexel has to touch up. Touched up at the line there. Kramsky, the goaltender, gets a touch. Plays it back behind for Huver. Huver gives it away. And now Mazzarelli has it, played forward for Scala Rosenbaum, the best skater that this Drexel team has. Turns on the Jets, pulls it around, shot in front there, could not get it to the net. Mazzarelli is in there with Finlayson. Finlayson's sticks is raised, and now Mazzarelli has it, dumping it back behind the net. Finlayson was taken down. Now he'll come to the far side boards. Huver lays a lick after coming up on the pinch. Drexel cannot coerce that puck free. A stick lift, though, will keep it in the zone. Mazzarelli comes onto the backhand, turns it at the edge of the circle. Sent across, that was dangerous. And fortunate for Drexel to come up with that puck. That's Benjamin Shelley. Now played forward to the red line. That will come wide. Don't know why the goaltender did that. That was an icing. Jostled for back behind the net. Scranton comes up with it. The Royals able to get it out of the zone. That's ripped off his own man, number 10, Kieran Gruby. And now Scranton will throw a two-hopper deep from south of the red line. Good move there by Quinn. Gets to the red line, dumps it deep. Laurie is in there, as is Josh Sklar. Laurie was first to it, but Scranton able to pump it forward, and they'll get it out of the zone. Skating onto it now, Matthew Pirro, but it's taken away from him. Montague dumps it deep. 16:58 to play, third period. Big hit there along the sideboards. Montague tried to pinch. Scranton came forward, but Josh Sklar first on the puck. Looking for control. Scranton has it, ripped along the boards. That stays at the half level all the way around, and Montague comes back the other way. Here's Tim Mikulik with it. Quinn eluded there by number 24, John Foster, but then Foster has trouble with it. Mikulik back behind the net, as is Chase Tomorrow, and it's Scranton coming free with it. Here's Thomas Murphy up the ice, number 22. A two-hopper, Kramsky there, safely to the sideboards. Dangerous pass there. Drexel able to get a clearance, but that came right across the offensive zone for Scranton with a Royal in pursuit. Jimmy Bell, good work there. The shot didn't get a ton on it, and it's into the catching glove of the goaltender, Drew Lenway. .52 to play, third period. Scranton dressed in the road black uniforms with the purple shoulders the white trim. Drexel in the home white uniforms. That's sent all the way down. That should be icing. There's your whistle. Still haven't registered a shot on net here in this third period, at least per the scoreboard. 15:44 to play. There's a shot by Bell, had to be saved by Lenway. Back behind the net, Drexel all over the puck. But a good stick lift there by Scranton. Not out though, as turning on it there was Bell. Back behind the net is Joseph Zanni. Zanni couldn't control it though and could not then clear it for Scranton. Drops behind, DeMauro is in the area as he nudges on Zanni. Bell is in there. He tried to displace the puck, but it's sent forward and carried up now by Liam Feely. Feely taken off the puck. Huber, as well as number 19, Joe Finlayson in the area. Finlayson keeps it in the zone. Into the slot, takes the shot, didn't have a ton on it, and Lenway covers it up. Certainly not Lenway's best there either. This one has to be caught and no rebound. You're going to see the rebound squirt right there. Fortunate that there were no Dragons in the area, but one that he is not going to like on film. A little bit better than 5 minutes into this third period. There's a shot saved by Lenway. I want to welcome those of the D1 team victorious here today against IUP on the bus ride home that are watching this one on the Drexel Hockey Network. We'll see you guys here next weekend as you guys set to take on University of Rhode Island. Noah Montague turns on the puck. Well, he rips that one. That came in an off angle. And as a result, a giveaway, potentially an opportunity, but a great poke from behind again by Montague. Blake Cleland was first to the puck, gets it to the point, but not out. Distributed back down by Max Meisenbacher. Drop deep below the goal line. Blake Cleland's in the area, as is Benjamin Pollock. Pollock in there for Scranton. He was poked from behind there. Could have been a cross check, but nothing called. Matthew Pirro, he'll get to the puck, but displaced there, and Drexel comes back the other way to the red line and jumped back down the ice as Scranton gets a change. 13:40 to play. Still that 2-1 score, a lead for the visiting Scranton Royals. And again, Scranton content to just possess near the red line, dump it deep, and chase it. Drexel's been good about clearing, but have not been able to create the opportunities here in this third period. This could be one as it's sent forward for Rosenbaum. Rosenbaum drops it in front. Not a lot on it. It was right on the doorstep. Cleared away by the defense. One more shot. That's ripped high and wide. Never had a shot. Skylar Rosenbaum comes onto the puck. Up to the dot. In between the circles, the shot just wide. Now dropped in front. It comes right across the blue paint. And now Scranton will get the clearance. Good pressure there from Drexel, carried out by Marcus Garega. Good work there by Jake Rudloff. Rudloff gets it on his right stick, he scores! Can you believe that? How about the individual effort? Jake Rudloff, incredible. Caught Lenway by surprise and beat him just in between the elbow and the ribs. Second time Lenway's been beaten in that fashion here tonight. Boy, that's all about Rudloff, though, and his ability to stay with the play. 4 other Dragons were behind the play. They expected that to be cleared away. Not Rudloff. Incredible. A wind and a shot that was blocked. Perhaps an opportunity here for Scranton. Zanny onto the puck. He shoots. Big save by Kramsky. And now a lot of ice the other way. 3-on-2. Bell leads the charge. He lost the puck in his skate. That is an icing, though, and will come back the other way. 11:59 to play, third period. Drexel has controlled the shots. We've talked about that over the course of the evening. 31-16, the shot total. One-timer, what a save by Lenway. That shot came from the stick of Zach Messerly and had a good chance to go. Lenway, great lateral movement to get to the opposite post. Now Blake Cleland, he'll carry it up. Push forward, just past the stick of Freeman. Now Joe Finlayson carries the puck, looks for help. Sent across in front. Freeman tried to put his second one in there, but it's saved by Lenway. Kept in at the point. Lucas Freeman, shot goes just high of the net. That one whizzed by the head of the goaltender, Lenway. Flicked high, back below the goal line. Freeman in there. What a great job by Corey Freeman to displace that puck. Cleveland keeps it in at the point, but now it's carried back the other way by Liam Feely. Here's number 24, John Foster. Foster holds it up, sent across, got nothing on that one. Great job defensively by Lucas Freeman. Delay offside. And up the ice is Josh Finlayson, who rips one just high of the bar. Into the neutral zone it comes. Looking for possession here, and Drexel will have it. And it's Rudloff who scored the last one in a very similar situation. 1 on about 4 did not matter. And a good pass up the ice onto the tape of Matthew Pirro. Pirro goes to the forehand and is run into the wall by Noah Montague. Here's Simon Scala-Rosenbaum. A good stick lift there from Scranton, but the Dragons still on it. Josh Finlayson to the blue line. Here's Sklar. Sklar whiffed as he tried to send it in front. Still working for possession and taken off the puck there by Cody Malajic. Malajic into the neutral zone, pushes it forward, but really no possession here for Scranton. They're going to get it back and fire it deep. Rudloff, that's touched up by the stick of Finlayson and Scala-Rosenbaum. He finds Sklar. Sklar had Finlayson, could have dropped it back, elected not to. Scala-Rosenbaum, he'll drop it back, and it's Sklar in the area, and he gives it away. Not his best shift. The other way, there's a save by Kramsky. Just had to center that one up and direct it to the sideboards. Well done. Off that shot from Thomas Murphy. Murphy comes back onto the puck, and he gives it away. That's a terrible pass. 2-on-2. Mikulik comes back the other way. Mikulik trying for the wraparound. Well defended. To the opposite point. Huver with a shot. That was well high. Corralled by Shelley. Mikulik, he'll take the shot. A big save there. Blocker side. Huver plays it deep. Mikulik in the area, as is Marcus Garega. Garega able to get it free, and they will get the clearance. This will come up short of icing, and now it's a race to the puck. Sent forward. That wasn't touched, but Demara will get there first, so no icing. He's back behind the net. He tries to bring it in front now, waiting for reinforcements. Deep there is Mark Laurie. He has the puck now. Shelley wanted the puck. Now he does slide forward to the dot. There's a shot. Hits right in front. Jamming away on it, and it goes wide into the backboards. Lenway not his best here in the third period. Here it comes, 1-on-none. And didn't get the shot off. Kramski stayed in position, but not nearly good enough from Scranton. And now the other way. Messerly. They're going to wave off the icing. Messerly got there first anyway. Jammed into the boards, and a late penalty coming. About a half second to a second for that official to raise that arm, but it is going to be a penalty against Scranton. Potentially a tough call there, as Messerly really lost his footing first and was heading into the wall anyway. And without losing the footing there, that might just be your normal solid hit. But Zanny, as a result, goes to the box for 2 minutes, and Drexel, with 7 minutes and 41 seconds to play in the third period, is a man up for the next 2 minutes or until they score the goal. Here's a foot race for it. Rudloff will get there first for Drexel. Now will they be able to clear it? But with the power play, Scranton all too happy to back off. And that's a giveaway here for Drexel. More precious seconds bleeding off the clock. 1:30 to play on this man advantage for Drexel. Skylar Rosenbaum plays it forward. Colin Quinn carries behind the net. Nearly lost possession. It's sent down below the goal line. Josh Finlayson, the big, strong forward on the puck. Quinn in there as well. Finlayson brings it free. Turns on it along the far side board. Skylar Rosenbaum at the top of the circle takes the shot. It's saved by Lenway. One more look. Pulls it onto that wrister and fires it home, but a nice save by Lenway. 56 seconds left on the man advantage. It's 2 apiece here in the third period. Mike Antoni behind the bench today for Drexel. Justin Levin unable to be here tonight. And Antoni told me before the game he was expecting the guys to be flying around here today and get a sense for how hard everybody's been working individually over the course of the break. They've acquitted themselves well, out-shooting Scranton 34-16, but it's all tied at 2. Coming in for a landing here in the final 6 minutes and 20 seconds. 37 seconds left on the power play. Drexel a man up. Here's Josh Sklar. He's into the zone and rips it deep. Mark Laurie onto the puck. 2 Scranton Royals are in the area, including number 14, Owen Muller. Muller jams away at the puck, as does Marcus Garriga. Now Drexel with possession again. 5:51 to play, 10 seconds left on the power play. Drexel might get one more look. Here's Tim Mikulik. Sent across the ice. There's a shot. It goes just wide. It might have been saved by the pad of the goaltender there. And it's ripped deep. That is on net. That would have been icing, given that it was 5-on-5 at the time it was ripped. But it came on net, and Kramski there to cover up with 5:32 to play. Here comes Drexel the other way, looking for possession. Scranton comes up with it, poked forward there. Onto the puck is number 8, John Forlanza. Fitzmaurice, I should say, nearly scored there. That one did not get all the way through. Ryan Fitzmaurice, John Forlanza, 2 of the guys that are the biggest scoring threats for this Scranton team. Both of them touched the puck on that last opportunity. Big hit there. Takes down Joe Finlayson. We're under 5 minutes to play. Shelley sends it wide and builds up the ice here. Joe Finlayson is 3-on-2, trying to drop it across, could not. Montague sent across. Shelley winds and fires. That's well high. Could not keep that one down. A little excited to fire that one at the net. There's a shot, didn't have a lot on it, went well wide. Nice turn there by Rudloff with number 9, Ryan Fitzmaurice, right on him. Here comes Scranton, right on net. It's loose in front, and Skylar Rosenbaum comes the other way. We get a stoppage as Kramsky is down. The net is off its moorings, and a Scranton player is in the net, and he looks a little shaken up as well. Clock stopped at 4 minutes and 8 seconds left in the period. Kramsky has his helmet off. Now he puts it back on, and he does look to be okay at the moment. Everybody seems to be all right, which is a good thing. Attacking the net late in this game was a great opportunity for Scranton, but could not get a great shot on it, and Logan Kramsky made the save when it came to him. Now we got another save on that one, but it was a dangerous rebound. Back behind the net, Scranton first to it. That's number 11, Marcus Garriga. Couldn't find a man. Drexel not getting the clearance yet. Garriga on the puck. Foster's in there as well. Right at the blue line, and they do finally get the clearance. Skylar Rosenbaum just out, skates 2 guys, brings it on, and it's back behind the net. Josh Finlayson turns on it. Here's Skylar Rosenbaum. He shoots, and it's just wide. And it's brought forward by Foster. Foster 2-on-1. And a great job to lay down by Jake Rudloff. He scored the second goal, but that might be the play of the day. Tim Mikulik the other way. His shot is blocked immediately off his stick. Rudloff now keeps it in on the forecheck. Mikulik in there as well. And into the neutral zone it comes. Chase tomorrow, 2:56 to play. He carries it on, goes to his backhand, and couldn't get the shot off. Dropped back behind. Jimmy Bell in the area. He's taken down. Another big hit, this time takes down Scranton. Blake Cleland plays it back. Pressure there came from Kieran Regan from Scranton. And that is kept in the zone by DeMauro. Dropped back behind for Bell. Bell's pass is intercepted, and it comes back the other way. Garriga played forward. Fitzmaurice lost the puck, and a good play by Blake Cleland. That's when it could have been waved off there, as that came right through the legs of Joseph Zanni, but the pace is what led to the call being made. 2:16 to play, 2 apiece here at the class of 1923 arena. This puck found its way out of the zone. Scranton back there to get it. 2 new men on for Drexel. It's Zach Messerly and Joe Finlayson. Good move there. 1-on-none. He just missed it, but what a move by Fitzmaurice. And he tried to beat Kramsky short side at the tail end. We stay tied for now. Messerly along the near side, as well as Joe Finlayson. Hounded there by Liam Feely. Back behind the net, it's Corey Freeman. He scored the first goal of the night for Drexel. And it's dropped in front. Scranton was there looking for the clearance, but they don't get it. Freeman tried to send it back to the point. Montague shot just wide. Might have been saved there. Tough to see from the angle, but that might have been saved by Lenway. This one is out of the zone. 1:08 to play in regulation. Bob Long, Mike Crisafulli, your broadcast team here. Touched up at the line by number 20, Matthew Pirro. He funnels it back behind the net. He follows Noah Montague. Montague pulls it up. And that's a long pass, and it's not going to be icing. Scala Rosenbaum wins the race to the dot. Played back behind for Josh Finlayson. And it's pulled free by Scranton. Not a lot of numbers here for the Royals, and that comes into the stick of Rudloff. Rudloff pushes it forward, and they waved off the icing there as well. Here's Sklar with it. Sklar, shot high and wide. Rudloff with possession, plays it deep, now up to the point. There's a shot that goes high and wide as well. Scala Rosenbaum with 8 seconds left. Sklar to the backhand, takes another shot, and it's blocked. One more shot at it, turning at it with 1, with 0. There is the whistle. To overtime we go. Drexel and Scranton. A good one here from the class of 1923 arena. Some tired legs out there. Rudloff on a knee. And we'll take a look at the respective benches here now as these teams get ready for the overtime period. So if you're Mike Antoni, what are you telling your guys right now? You've given it all out there for the last 60 minutes, and he's asking here for 5 more. First game back from break. What a way to come back indeed. Look at Gino Angeloni in there as well. Dialing something up. What's the line that you're going to put out there? I would say the best line of the day has been Finlayson and Scala Rosenbaum. They've put a lot of opportunities out in front. Neither of them have scored, but they've both been unbelievable in terms of putting pressure on the Scranton defense. However, your goal scorers, Corey Freeman, hasn't had nearly as much ice time as those guys. And then Jake Rudloff, essentially on a broken play, the rest of the Drexel Dragons had moved back on defense. But he stayed with it, poked it free, somehow got it on his forehand, and was able to poke it by the goaltender, Josh Lenway. So, let's see what they come out with. And because we only have so much technology here, for the heck of it, it's overtime. Bear with me, folks. We're in the 4th. There is no OT button on this digital graphic that we have. Maybe on the next update. Golden goal here. An overtime game. Drexel's first overtime game here at home this year. 5 minutes on the clock. That one dropped right in front. Drexel with a shot. A big save there. Demaro couldn't get the second shot off, and it's poked away from Montague. That was nearly the ender there, about 5 seconds into the overtime period. 4-on-4 overtime here at the D2 ACHA level. Demaro comes right in on that, brings it across, and what a save by Lenway. And we play on here at the class of 1923 arena. Tremendous movement laterally with that pad to the opposite post. 4:26 to play. Face-off controlled by Scranton. Carried forward by the Royals, number 10, Kieran Gruby. Gruby hit into the boards. Big hit there on the backside of the net. Puck is sent loose. Rudloff is in the area. And a hand pass. And I think that stemmed from behind the net. It kind of looked that way. As number 14, Ian Huver, I didn't see the stick, and somehow that puck came flying out of there. We were blocked from our angle, but the hand pass makes sense from my vantage point. 3:58 to play. Overtime period. here at the class of 1923 arena. For those of you just joining us, as mentioned, that's why we have fourth on here. There is no OT function, so bear with us. It's the overtime period here. 4-on-4 hockey, 2 apiece. Ian Huver back behind the net. John Forlenza, make that Ryan Fitzmaurice patiently waits. And it's given away. There's the shot, saved by Kramsky. Big time there from Kramsky to come up with it at the right time, and now they're going at it. Caught just a piece of that one. Drexel did not take too kindly to the extra jab from Liam Feely. To Feely's credit, though, that puck was still loose for a moment there, and that's why he jabbed at it. But I also understand why the goaltender, Logan Kramsky, doesn't like it and why the defenders for Drexel doesn't like it. It's just the game of hockey. Drexel with a plus 19 shot advantage, 36-17 here tonight. But the next goal wins this one. Dropped in front, Sklar. That's a pretty nice play. Good vision that time to find Montague. Foster plays it across. Scranton plays it forward. That was intended for Pirro. Foster has to come back to it as Sklar follows him every step of the way. 2:54 to play in this overtime period. 4-on-4 hockey. This corralled up at the red line. It's ripped down the ice. Deflected on its way down there. Drexel will get a change. Josh Finlayson out for another run. Skylar Rosenbaum out there as well. Scranton carries it forward, sends it to the backside. Garega got a stick on it, but then abandoned the fight. It was poke free, though. And they score! Game winner. Scranton wins it 3-2. Garega had given up the fight, but there was one more, and it looked like Pirro in the area, and Kramsky didn't see him on the weak side. A backhand beats him short side, and that's your ball game. Drexel moves to 4-2-1 here at home. Scranton moves to 12-5-1 and 6-5-1 on the road. First game back from break was a good one, a thriller all the way to the final. But it's the Scranton Royals coming up with a goal in the final seconds. A 3-2 win for the Royals. And Drexel right back at it tomorrow, as they will take on the University of Delaware in another D2 matchup here at the ACHA level. Again, starts at 7:30 p.m. Be here with us on the Drexel Hockey Network for it. You can find that link tomorrow afternoon-ish. We'll get that up on the Drexel Hockey Network. That's on the Drexel Point Streaks website. You can also find us on Twitter at Drexel Hockey and at Bob Long Sports. We also do a Twitter stream on at Drexel Hockey as well. No interviews here tonight. We will say goodbye, bid you adieu here from the class of 1923 arena. Once again, your final. University of Scranton 3, Drexel 2, an overtime winner for Matthew Pirro. For Mike Crisafulli, my cameraman, and the rest of the Drexel hockey staff, the best group of managers around here at the ACHA level, I'm Bob Long, saying so long here from the class of 1923 arena until tomorrow night.